layout, or actually check that. I'm not even sure that is turn number 9. But I do believe it is. My apologies to those of you who are like, man, what an idiot he is. Yeah, I'm sorry. So through the next to last corner, first pace car, the Mustang, getting ready to duck off of the speedway. And it will be the Cadillac CTS's first up on the grid, led by Frederick Falstad and Pavel Minkowski. Through the final turn. Pace car gets ready to make that hard right-hand turn. He'll do so. Waiting on the green flag, and there it is from Frederick Falstad. He will be the first one down into turn number 1. Daytona prototype start forthcoming here in just a minute. They race over into turn number 1. Everybody gets through turn 1 cleanly in the Cadillacs. Daytona prototypes coming up next for their start. They now working off the second or third to last quarter. Again, about a half a lap behind the Cadillac CTSs as they work down the, I guess it's not quite the backstretch, but the second longest straightaway here whenever it's complete at Watkins Glen. Through the final, next to last quarter, final left-hander. And now the right-hander over in the final corner. They'll come around off on the final turn to see the green flag. Brunellos and Anthony Roselli leading the DP field down as they work off the final corner. Green flag is out for that group, and they now racing into turn number 1. Looks like for the most part a relatively smooth start for the Daytona prototypes as they work into turn number 1. First lap of, probably about 70 or 80 here this afternoon. Everybody through turn 1 clean, John.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Up front, the Cadillac CTS as they work through the big trouble. Looks like Rory King goes around in the CTS back over in the boot section. He is off on the speedway in the sand trap. He gets it righted. Tough break for Rory King. Good news for him, however, he is going to be able to at least try to make that up. Looks like he just kind of got in that corner a little bit hot. Maybe wheel hopped a little bit. Didn't look like there was any sort of contact, excuse me. A couple other cars got jammed up in it as well, but for the most part, no harm, no foul, and it does not bring out a full course caution, John.
That's great. Yeah, I'm watching the Cadillacs up front right now, and Mark's leading the way. In the number 30 Cadillac, Mark Menzies.
Ricardo Machuca right now had a little bit of an issue just a quarter or two ago. He was chasing down Pavel Minkowski and I didn't quite go as planned. Our spotter Chuck Johnson had a big eye on that. Also right now, Joe Jr. He is under fire from Omar Soto. They work through the S's over in turn number 2. Jr. has that spot. You see him slide out wide just a little bit. Soto right there. Oh, and they almost flipped the Armco. It's almost amazing to me so much, John, that these guys can keep this kind of speed, even though we're only 4 or 5 laps into the race, but almost flipping the Armco. I guess that's what it takes to be fast in one of these GT cars around Watkins Glen.
Yeah, but you do that too many times, it's a lot of averages. It's going to catch up to you.
So continue to watch this battle, 5th and 6th. Joe Jr., Omar Soto. Right behind him, you might see that car peeking into your screen. That is Terry Dahlberg right now. He is being scored in 7th. A couple other cars behind him as well you might see as they work down to this section of the boot, including Roderick Croonan, Ken Leach, and Alice Simonek. They all within a couple of seconds, as is David Mata. And I think Junior right now holding up Omar Soto. Just looking to see Soto peeking there as they crest the hill. But Junior got to run up the hill to this right-hander, the next to last right-hander on the course. He'll slide wide just a little bit. And it's almost a game of give and take, John. You see Junior gain a little bit of ground and lose a little bit of ground. Gain a little bit, lose it. Same thing with Omar Soto. As now Soto back within 2 car lengths of the Junior machine, as DP now already catching the back of the GT field. So it's the DPs now catching Rory King, who was involved in that spin and that off-course incident just a little bit ago. You'll see them now begin to work by Rory King and that black and green machine. First couple of DPs get by. Renato Dornelis, Bruno DeCarmo, they hit the DP machines going a lap down. Up the hill one more time, and Dornelis, DeCarmo, and Roselli still second, third, and fourth in DP. They work through some more of the lap traffic, and that seems to be certainly a break for Renato Dornelis. He gets DeCarmo off of his back bumper, off his gearbox, and he can maybe hit his marks a little bit more. How much do I have to wonder, though, John, does sifting through all this traffic screw up your rhythm if you're somebody like Renato Dornelis, who's just absolutely hitting every mark and keeping everybody behind him? And trouble, turn number one. Omar Sato in it, big trouble for him, the GT car. And Jim Shedlick, who we were just watching. Joe Jr. also caught a piece of that one as well. And it looks like Ian's going to cue up the replay down in the truck to see exactly what happened over here in turn number one. That was that battle for 56 we were watching just a minute ago. And it almost looks like the DP, or the GT cars got into it. And Jim Shedlick, just a victim of circumstances there. One of the cars tried to take a late apex, as that was the 7 machine, it looked like, that kind of dove maybe at the last minute trying to get underneath Omar. Or check that was Joe Jr. He was trying to get under Omar Soto, and they made contact right in front of Jim Shedlick. 3 cars taken out in that one, but we do stay green.